Oh yeah. Are we on? Are we on? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I am your host, Glenn Poole Harding. And oh boy, we have a very, very special guest. This is gonna be a goodie, y'all. Let me make sure everything is good on my end. Yes, yes. This is definitely gonna be a goodie. All right. This basketball head grew up in Harlem, New York, and was the number one ranked basketball player. Oh no. And was on the number one ranked basketball team in the country at Benjamin Franklin High School. Oh, he was one of them ones too. Don't get that twisted. This basketball head went on to become a McDonald's All-American and attended Iona College, where he had a distinguished basketball career. And that's right. Part of this title is the McDonald's All-American that did it his way. It's a fact. This basketball head also played AAU basketball with the legendary Riverside Church and won the 17U National Championship when they had that DC team winning the whole thing with the likes of Derek Wittenberg, Sidney Lowe, and 6'11 Earl Jones. You already know, they already had Earl Jones' name on the trophy. But you know Riverside put the beast on them and changed that narrative. Once his high school career was over, he decided to attend Iona College in New Rochelle. As a freshman, this basketball head won the Haggerty Award and was the first freshman to do so. Y'all heard? The first. The Haggerty Award goes to the most outstanding men's college basketball player in the New York City metropolitan area. This basketball head compiled 1,866 points and 1,021 rebounds in his 121-game career. This basketball head was a three-time honorable mention All-American, three-time All-MAAC, that's the MAC, baby, selection, and four-time All-Metropolitan performer. He also was one of New York City's greatest players ever. So without further ado, help me welcome to the show, Benjamin Franklin, Iona University and New York City legend, the one and only Gary Springer.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
What's up, legend? How you doing?
Doing well.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. We was talking off air, man. It is a pleasure and an honor to have you on the show. A guy like myself, when I was a kid, can only fathom what those games was like that you was participating in your early years. Up in Harlem and the Bronx, especially at Benjamin Franklin with that crazy team. You have to be one of the top three guys that played with the most legendary players on one team, both in high school and college. Right?
Yeah.
And not to mention, the AAU team, but everybody plays with the All-Stars, but to have them right there in your practice every day in high school and college, is absolutely crazy, right? So kudos to that, man. That's a first. But what I always like to ask everybody who come on the show, who introduced you to the game?
Well, I basically introduced myself. I love basketball. So as a young kid, you know, about 7, 8, I would always ask my dad, get me a basketball, get me a basketball. So he finally got me one about 10 years old. And from that point on, me and my brother used to go outside, play basketball all day long together. I mean, we couldn't get on the big boy courts in 194, but we played behind the firehouse. It had 2 basketball poles. And even when it snowed, we'll shovel the snow just to make us a little area, you know, to play basketball. And we did this all the time, every day. Then middle school at 120, elementary school at 123, I'll be in the yard playing every day. You know, never organized, but I always watched basketball on TV. So when I saw something on TV, I'll go outside and work on it. I see a player do something, I'll go outside and work on it. You know, we ain't have all that stuff that these kids have now, the trainers and all that stuff. We trained ourselves.
That's a fact. And I want to blow the first whistle tonight. You said the fire engine. Yo, I that was the first court I played on.
Yeah.
Right?
No
You throw between the poles, right?
Between the poles, yep.
Right. And look, bro, from being able to dunk on there, our imagination was everything. Our imagination and our word of mouth was social media. That was our social media back then.
But the one thing that really made you better back then was playing 21.
21,
you learned how to play against multiple guys guarding you at one time. You had to rebound. You had to play defense. And you had to be able to score with people chasing you. You had to be able to handle the basketball. So that was my training.
Now, for a guy who's been around the country playing, you know, seeing basketball everywhere, is 21 a New York City thing? You've been doing this longer than me.
Not really. They call it something else in other, like DC, they call it something else. I think Chicago, they call it something else, but it's not just us. But they call it different things.
Right, because, you know, I was once interviewed by this channel, The Ringer, big platform, and they came to New York and did a special New York City basketball. And that was one of the things that I said that kind of distinguished us from everybody else, because we had guys who had the handles, and even our big guys could dribble, right? And when you got 6 or 7 guys coming at you, you had to dribble your way out of that. So I think, like you said, it was very significant to our development.
Oh yeah, because you didn't want to be the last man and lose, because you had to get on that pole. You had to get that pole, and everybody throw that basketball at you. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So that's how it was. I remember talking to Steve Smith. That's how come I know it's not just New York. He was talking about, man, when he was playing ball before he went to the NBA, he was like, man, listen, we used to play 21. And now he said we need to bring that back. And me and him were talking about it for a while, but we never took it to another level.
Yeah, man. My guy, salute to my guy, Barbito Garcia, hip-hop legend, DJ extraordinaire, and basketball head for life. He created a game called Full Court 21, where they play 21 full court.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah, and he takes it all around the world. Have people participate in it. So I just thought, you know, that was dope as well.
Man, that sounds good.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah. Salute to my guy, Ayatollah Beats, straight from Portland, Oregon. #1 basketball heads, always in the building. Do you know a guy by the name of Gerald Thomas?
Yeah.
They call him Doogie.
Doogie?
I think that's Doogie.
Hold on, let me explain something to you. That's 194 Park. The games in that park were just as good as any tournament games anywhere. That's how I became who I was, playing in 194 Park. And Doogie was one of them dudes. And Doogie was at Franklin with me. I wish he'd have been on that team. Man, I wish he'd have been on that team with me. That's a childhood friend of mine.
Wow. And Drew Hamilton, you talk about Drew Hamilton?
Drew Hamilton Project, 194.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Last building, yeah.
Wow, man. This guy gave me goosebumps. Hold on. So I always thought that he was on that team.
On the Franklin team?
Yeah.
No, he was at Franklin, but I don't know what happened with what transpired. I don't know why he didn't make it to the team. Some things happened with him, the coach, I guess.
Yo, that's why, dude, you got to come on and tell your story, man, because, this is news to me. This is dope, man. This is dope. But that didn't stop him from that didn't stop him. Right, that didn't stop him from becoming a legend.
Nah,
right?
Doogie, that's what I'm saying. That park, the guys that grew up. Now, you got to remember, I was 13 years old playing out there with them grown dudes. You know? Because I couldn't come. I'd be over at the firehouse across the street, and they would not let me come over there. The only way I got over there is because one day they were short one man, and I went over there and played. And first time I made a move, they found me, I called. The older guys and the guys, them street dudes, they'd be like, man, you bet not make a call. And some of them guys played ball, they were good, but they were also street dudes. And they said, you bet not call again. And I took that to heart, but I wasn't scared. So at the same time, I said, okay, if I ain't gonna call, I'm gonna go through them. And that's what I went. I went through them. I come home every day with scratches on my arm, my shoulders, my back, because they would start trying to stop me. But I would dunk on all of them. From 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old on, I dunked on everybody. And that's how I be. And I never came off the court. Everybody got next. But as a young kid, I never came off that basketball court. Whoever had next picked me. Because I'm going to block your shot, I'm going to play D, and I'm going to score on you.
Do you think God gave you a stream ups because your last name was Springer?
Yeah, it could have been that, but my brother Vincent, he jumped crazy high too. He's 6'5" taller than me. He jumped out the building.
That's the family lineage.
Yeah, my younger brother Robert, he ain't played no ball. He just played around with it, but he could jump.
Wow.
Yeah, he could jump, but he ain't played. So I was really the only ball player. My brother Vincent, he just stopped. He was a brain, so he did everything in school. His thing was going to school, making things, developing things, and building things.
So that main park that you guys play pickup in, explain that to the people again.
194 Park, 143rd and 144th Street between 7th and 8th. That was park there, had people crowded in the park for pickup games. The park was packed for pickup games. People would come from all over to try to play in that park. And we played from sun up to sundown. And 9 times out of 10, I ain't never get off the court. So I played all day.
Because there was a process that we all had to go through, right? Because, coming from the fire truck to the park, right, you had to work your way to get on the court, right? One day you got a break. They needed somebody else, so they bring you on, right?
I got my break, and once they saw how I played, how hard I played, and I played against grown men. But I was, at 14, I was 6'7". I was slim, but I was strong. So I didn't care. I'm going to battle. I love basketball so much, so even the drug dealers and the murderers that was playing, I wasn't worried about them. And then eventually, all of them took me under their wing, so I was everybody's boy. You know what I'm saying? And not just locally, but citywide.
Right. And became so elite to where if you lost, it was like, nah, we got G. Come on, G.
No. Man, everybody had next. They have their 4 players down pat. So they want to wait to see who. If I lost,
that's a fact.
Pick me. And if I didn't lose, they're gonna pick the other guy who they think gonna help them win.
Yeah. I told B said, "Damn, Gary, all day." Gary had that work.
Oh yeah. When you said all day, I thought you were about to talk about my boy Steve Burke.
Oh no. Hey, shout out to Steve Burke.
Yeah,
another
you said
one.
all day. Yeah.
So said you named that some of the guys, cause we want to give those guys, even if you can't mention their names, that's cool. But like some of those neighborhood guys that got you kind of ready for those games and kind of prepared you to make you the player that you finally became in those, those local parks and tournaments. Like, who are some of those guys that kind of shape?
Man, you got
G Springer.
You got Bread. You got Willow. You had Butter. You had Wayne Davis. You had Windu. Ramsey, you had Dave Britton, you had Steve Burke. Everybody was in that park playing. Steve came a couple of years after that, but because the park was jumping and he was my friend. So everybody was coming out in that park, man. Everybody. And them dudes played hard and they took it serious. If you didn't play defense, everybody's going to get in your ass. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to get on you. So you had to play D. And you had to play hard. And you had to play through physical contact. That's how the game was back then anyway. Even in the pros, they played physical. So basketball wasn't a non-contact sport. It was definitely a contact sport.
So you guys, and that's the west side of Harlem, correct? Or it's the east side?
West side. That's west side. West
side of Harlem. Okay. Definitely want to give a shout out to Cam and Mace. See, they was talking about the show earlier. Appreciate you guys. All Harlem. You got a real Harlem legend, right? The guys who did it before they did. So I know they was hearing about you and all the things that you was doing coming up being a youngster in Harlem, man, because that name either resonated all the way down to Brooklyn. Guys, the street guys and the guys who play in the parks and those college guys, your name will always ring bells like, yeah, man, Gary Springer was one of those ones. You get him on your show yet? You get him on your show? Soon, bro, soon. So this was going on for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Even before, we even got you on today, man. So this is dope, hearing all those guys that you played against. What made you choose Ben Franklin instead of the Powell Memorials and Cardinal Hayes and all those other schools that probably was trying to get you to come to their school?
Back then, you wasn't able to choose schools. I didn't choose schools. I went to Martin Luther King first, and if I would have played with King my freshman and sophomore year, they probably would have won the city because they had some of the baddest boys out there. And I think I was the only piece that was missing. But me, I didn't do what I was supposed to do those first few years. You know what I'm saying? And the first year I got kicked off the team. I'll talk about what that is when my book come out.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
And
then I'll talk about that. And then the second year I made my mind up that I was going to play. I came there and things didn't work out because I got in trouble with the same thing again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I love basketball so much. And I said I made up in my mind as an individual that I was going to change who I was in my ways. So I knew I couldn't do it at King. So I transferred myself. Without my mother, without my father. The first place I tried, I went to Taft. And I tried to get into Taft, and Don Adams came, had me sitting down for 45 minutes. And my sister was with me. And I said, man, I ain't sitting here, man. He ain't gonna have me sitting here. Man, freak him. I said other words, but I said, freak him. And I told my sister, let's go. She went home. I went straight to Franklin. So I go to the gym of Franklin and I walk in 6'7", and Billy Riser, Bo McNeely, Mookie Valentine, Frankie and Raymond, the twins, they were killing the city. And they were in there practicing. And the coach was like, can you play? I said, yeah. He ain't know who I was. He ain't know nothing about me. He said, can you play? I said, yeah. He said, well, go out there and let me see what you do with them. And I said, okay. So they would practice, they would play pickup. So I got on the court, I picked my own team, went out there and destroyed them. Destroyed everything Billy Riser tried to do, I blocked it. Bo McNeely went out, blocked it. Everything came off the rim, I dunked it. I dunked on all of them all day. I'm telling you, that's just how it went. Because they never played against me. And they might have seen me, but they never played. And I just destroyed them. He said, be here tomorrow. And I don't know what he did to help me with my transcripts and all that. All that stuff would be in the book.
Yo, that's crazy because, you figure kids go to school where they know I know a couple of guys that's on the team and I'm going to rock with them. You just went and was like, yo, this is where I'm going to go.
I ain't know nobody. I said I want to go play with them. I don't play with Artie Green. I played with Phil Walker, Norm Skellock, Tyrone Scott, VJ from Taft. I don't play with all these all-city dudes, all of all-city. And I watched these dudes play the year before when I was 13 in the Whitney M. Young. And they lost in the championship, but I watched them play. And I'm saying, man, I wish one day I could play with them. And the very next year, I'm on that team. That was like a dream come true. That was and I shined, you know. So that's just how it is. So I transferred myself to Franklin. I couldn't play that year. I didn't play that year. I just was in the gym with them dudes all day, every day playing. So they became my friends, you know. I got to know them because I was in the gym with them. I was watching them practice. I was watching them beat guys. And they graduated the next year. So it was my turn. And that's when Richie Adams came. And when Richie Adams was there, then I recruited because I went to Taft because of Lonnie Green. So I got Lonnie Green to come to Franklin. So that's my brother to this day. That's my best friend, and that's the best point guard I ever played with. Was Lonnie Green, because we're not number one in the country without him. So that's how it was for me.
Wow. So you went from a guy who wasn't really interested in school to buckling down and was motivated by the things that was happening on the basketball court and decided, you know what, I'm gonna put my all into this.
Yeah, I love basketball more than anything. I loved it more than being in the streets, hanging out, doing the stuff that I was doing up until that point. You know?
Man, that's crazy. Who's this? Accurate Tao said, Gary, how good was Glenn McMillan? Well, another one I had on the show.
Well, Glenn, Glenn McMillan and Red Bruin came to try out for the LA All-Stars. And when I saw them, I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do, you know? But I wasn't an offensive guy at the time because I was 14 years old. And these guys, it was an unlimited tournament, which means we had pros in the tournament, we had college players in that tournament, and all these other guys, most of the guys are high school seniors and All-Americans, and I'm playing against them. So I'm like, yo, they're going to be there. But for some reason, they didn't make the team. Because you got to remember, other than me, all the guys that were there were already on the team, and they were superstars. And those guys were younger too. They came young. They just a year older than me, Red Bruin and Glenn McMillan. They just a year older than me. So I guess they went and played for somebody else. But Glenn McMillan's hands, unbelievable. But I played with Glenn McMillan at Iona, my freshman year. But his hands was the biggest hands. He was super talented, you know. And Glenn, you know, was a little bit like me, you know. He went to school, but he was a little bit like me with, you know, we got some street stuff in us that we had to get out of our system. He got it out. At Iona, he was still doing silly things, and he'll tell you.
Yeah, he told me. We talked about it. Yeah,
and he'll tell you. But talent-wise, one of the most talented guys I've ever been around. He could dunk like Dr. J with no issue.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Could palm the ball with like two fingers.
And I think the coaches didn't really like him for some reason, whatever it was, you know, because a lot of things that went on. Because Glenn was still in school doing what he was supposed to. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But they kept saying, man, he doing too much. Whatever it was, as players, they didn't let us know.
Got you.
You know, so Glenn decided to leave and transfer, and that's what he did. He transferred, and then he did his own thing.
Yeah.
Glenn was super talented.
Yeah.
Super talented.
Derek Hawkins from Queens. He said, dominant big man of our era. He definitely had the right last name for his game. Yeah. Derek Hawkins played for Andrew Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Yes. He said, Gary, did you play with Kevin Williams?
Kevin Williams is a year older than me. Kevin Williams taught me what it means to work out every day. That's my boy. That's my partner. And I just saw him when I was up in New York about a few months ago. Man, he used to come come to my house, get me, and say, yo, we going to the park. And we going to the park to practice and play. But first, he got me running. I'm like, yo, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? He had me running. He had me doing stuff to get in shape. He had me stretching. And then he had me shooting, working on my game. First person to ever do that was Kevin Williams. Kevin Williams worked on his game like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and then him and Steve Burke went to Hughes, and they played together. And that's a whole nother story right there.
And like a lot of these schools, like you hear about a lot of these schools, like they're not around no more. Like Benjamin Franklin's Manhattan Center. Like, I
The
don't know
science
what
and
Hughes turned
mathematics,
into, right? I don't know what Hughes is now, right? I hear about a lot of these schools. I'm trying
So
to make the
Charles Evan
connection.
Hughes is no longer around?
No, it probably is, but it probably something else.
Yeah.
I don't know for the basketball team. It's not anything going on like that now with them. Nope, it's probably another name.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It says, I told the Beast, what the streets calling you away from basketball. And we ain't gonna go there. Appreciate that that question. My Ayatollah Beast asks, what the streets calling you away from basketball?
The streets wasn't calling me away from basketball. It's like I was telling you earlier. Basketball in that era it's two worlds of basketball.
Yeah.
If you are elite and you on a certain level, it ain't calling you. You there.
Mm-hmm.
You in both worlds. You know what I'm saying? And being in both worlds, because the guys that you're playing for, the guys that you hang with because of who you are, that want to be around you, give you whatever you want, whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? That's two worlds. But basketball the streets ain't never pulled me away. Nothing was pulling me away from basketball.
Yeah, I tell a story. If y'all want to check it out, it's on my channel. It's the summer I played for the Mob, and I tell the story. I don't get too intricate in it, but this is what I'm telling you. So, and he came before me.
Yeah,
So
but
just no, I'm just telling you. Yeah, it was connected.
But what happened after me, you know, all the rappers and stars, they started putting teams in. It's just, it ain't the drug game, but it's the money game. It's still money. Them guys
who had the money?
Yeah, whoever had the money, that's who you played for. And I played for whoever had the money. And it's not, it's no big name in New York City, period, that coach basketball or had teams that I ain't play against or play with for money. 5,000 to 100,000. I done did it all.
Yeah, I was hearing the numbers. Like, again, I came after him. There was no money like that in our tournaments. Back then, that money was like that. You heard?
No, ain't no
I'm telling you. I
played basketball.
Fred Brown was telling me. Fred Brown, I was like, what? He was talking about the numbers. I was like, it blew my mind.
I ain't never lost a basketball game for money one-on-one. Now, I lost basketball games with teams for some money once or maybe twice, but I ain't never lost a one-on-one game for money. Every big-time drug dealer came and got me if they want to make money. And sometimes the guys I played with before for money, I played against them for money. Whoever came and got me first. But that's what it was about.
Wow. Hey, thank you, CK. Appreciate it, my guy, CK. Our Upstate Connect. He said Hughes is now Bayard Rustin. See? Different name. Cool. Yeah. Man, that's crazy, G. Man. So now you at Franklin, you recruit who the players that you started to recruit?
At Franklin, I didn't recruit anybody but Lonnie Green. That's the only person I wanted to come, and Lonnie came. But everybody else Stan Diller recruited, like Richie Adams. He bought him from Adams in the Bronx. And I think was Julius Pettigrew. I think he bought him from there. And somebody else, he put together a heck of a team.
So Walter Berry was on that team as well?
Walter Berry was there my junior year. He was there, but he didn't get it. He didn't play. I think he might have got there too late or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he was, but if he would have played, all of us, but he was there. He was there with us.
And what about Kenny Hutchinson?
Kenny Hutchinson played with us. Kenny Hutchinson was a freshman when I was a senior. Kenny Hutchinson, Darryl Davis was starting at the guard. And then it was Lonnie Green. And then Darryl Davis was a bad boy, but he was small. Kenny Hutchinson, 6'3". So by midway through the season, Kenny Hutchinson was starting as a freshman on the #1 team in the country. Kenny Hutchinson was that kid. You know what I'm saying? Kenny Hutchinson was that boy. He was that dude. And Darryl Davis was no joke. Him and Lonnie in the backcourt. You had 5'9" and you had 5'10", and we still dominated. But our front line was 6'5", 6'7", 6'9". So that was our front line in high school.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, maybe this is probably after you. Let me know. Kenny Hutchinson told me that said G from the legendary hip hop group Ultramagnetics played at Benjamin Franklin, and after they won the city championship, they found out he was ineligible and took the city championship away.
That was after me. I was gone.
Right.
That was gone. That was a year or two after me. I was gone, but that was true. They took everything from them.
And said G was on that team.
Mm-hmm. But you know who? You know Duke Tango, right?
Yeah.
Duke Tango was on my team. Duke Tango played for Franklin.
Oh no! Hold on, I gotta blow whistle for that. That's crazy.
Yeah, Duke Tango was there.
That's
my guy. Duke Tango played with us at Ben Franklin my junior year. Duke a year older than me, but he was with me, Richie, and all of us. Lonnie, all of us.
Wow. Wait till I see Duke.
Oh yeah.
Wow, this is crazy. I never knew. See, this is why I like having these conversations.
Nah, a lot of people don't know that.
We just see him as a dude that's on the mic, right? We don't know there's something a life that came before that. This is why he knows it so, in depth with the game.
Wow. He was always about basketball.
Wow. Look at that. He said, Cedric Miller, Ultramagnetic MCs, said G. Wow. This is crazy. This is mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah.
What? Duke Tango. This is crazy. Play for Ben Franklin. Absolutely. Jesus Christ. Now, you playing with the number one team in the country, you guys is playing everyone.
Oh, yeah. Traveling and playing everybody.
Playing all the big time. It's who else can you say you bust that was on like a national level that you said, you know what? I'm better than this dude.
No, I feel that way about anybody. It don't make a difference who it is. I'm gonna feel that. I just feel that way. But I played against great players. Sid Green. My junior year, they gave us our first loss. We lost to Sid Green and them, at Jefferson. It was a good game, close game, but then we played them again twice that year. And we got them back. You know what I'm saying? We got them back. Sid Green's a pro. He playing against pros. You're gonna be good. Ed Pickney. That's the only team that beat us in my senior year. But people don't realize we played them twice that year. And the first time we played them, we only beat them. We're number one team. New York basketball, they don't care about no rankings and none of that. Yeah. They don't care about no names. New York players don't care about who you are or what you are. That's why I love basketball in New York, because I know I'm going to get on the court and guys going to come at me. And when they come at me, I give them what I need to give them. But I love that. And a lot of the guys I played against, we were friends, you know what I'm saying? But on that court, we not. And then we played against Ed Pickney, who's my guy to this day. We beat them the first time, man, and they got us. And we should have beat them. And I know they're going to say, nah, that ain't true. But Richie Adams had 7 goaltend calls. Imagine that. 7 goaltend calls. And we lose by 1 or 2. And the game was close the first time we played them. So it's not like we had cakewalk games. New York City basketball, they going to ball. You know what I'm saying? We blew some teams out, but we ain't blow everybody out. You know what I'm saying? We had to play when we came to these schools. I
always tell people this, man. No matter if you're a top player, you're an All-American, you going to these big-time camps, you go to 5-star, whatever it was back then. When you came back into the city, it was guys waiting to play against you.
Oh, no question.
They were waiting.
Everybody's ball players, man.
That's a fact.
And see, back then in New York, they didn't have that stuff they have now. You got to play your age limit, age group, man. We ain't run from no age. It don't make a difference how old you are. If I can get on the court with you and play, I'm getting on the court with you and play. If you let me, I'm going to play. Even if I don't belong there, I'm still going to get on the court and play because it's basketball. And that's the mentality that most New Yorkers had back then.
So how many years did you play at Ben Franklin? 1 or 2?
2 years.
2 years, because you played 2. You was at.
I ain't played no.
No, you before that.
time.
Not what I'm saying is, and Martin Luther King, you was there for a year and a half, and then you left
Year and
that.
a half. Then I
There you
left.
go. Okay, it makes
Year
sense.
and a half.
Okay,
And I left.
got you. And then that junior year you played. So that junior year, you jumped on the national stage, like.
But you got to know, it wasn't just like that. Now, I played with the Gauchos and Riverside. I was with the Gauchos first. Things ain't go, well with us, so I left and I went to Riverside. And when I went to Riverside, I told the Gauchos, because of the way I left, that they'll never win a game against us. And everything, they ain't never win when I played. Gauchos never won a game. They asked me to come back. You could talk to Dave, Coach Dave.
No, I'm gonna have him on soon. I'm gonna have him on soon. Coach Dave McCullough.
He'll tell you. But I should have never left them. I should have stayed there, played with them all the way through. But but those things happen.
Who was in your team at Riverside?
At Riverside, oh man, you had me, Steve Burt, Sinclair Faber, Darryl Powell. Man, I hope I don't forget nobody, man. Ooh, boy.
Just those you can remember. Like, that was a long time. I don't expect you to remember everyone.
It's a lot of different guys that really played, man. A lot of guys, man. But I ain't gonna say I'm old, but my mind, I don't remember everything. But it's a lot of Mike Moses. Mike Moses. One year we had
that played at St. John's. Mike Moses that played at St. John's.
Yeah. But that's my guy, man. One year we had Ronnie Williams, Richie Adams, me, Steve Burke. That's you talked about that tournament playing them boys, Wittenberg Lowe and
yes.
6'11" Earl Jones.
Yes.
Yeah. We had a crew.
So hold on, let's go to that game. Let's go to that game right there. Let's go to that AAU game, because everybody thought the DC guys was gonna mop you guys on the floor.
Man, they had the jacket already made up and ready for Earl Jones. They just knew he was going to win. That tournament was crazy. You had guys like Derek Hopper and all the Florida guys. Vernon Delancey, high jumping, went to University of Florida. The tournament was sick. It was filled with high school All-Americans and future pros. So it was a good tournament.
And you guys played against them in the championship
game.
Was it a back and forth? It
was a back and forth. It was a battle. Nah, but it was fun basketball. It was fun.
Who won the MVP of that game? Do you remember?
I'm trying to think of who it was.
Because they had to change that jacket. They couldn't get that jacket.
Yeah. I don't know if Steve Burt won it, and if he should have won it, if anybody, because Steve had a crazy game that game. I could have got it. I had a great game. But Steve shined that game, and it was somebody else. I forgot who they gave it. I really don't remember who they gave it to.
Got you.
It might have been Ronnie Wayne, right? Because we all ball. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was a crew of us, we played together. And with us having a point guard like Mike Moe, he made sure the ball got where it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, rest in peace, Ronnie Williams, man. One of New York City's greatest players, man.
Big
no
Ronnie.
doubt. Yeah.
Me and Ronnie. Me and him in college, our freshman year, that's who I was battling for the #1 freshman score in the nation.
Wow.
I beat Ronnie out by a percentage point.
Two New York guys.
Yeah, 2 New York guys for the leading freshman score in the nation. And me and him used to laugh about it, joke about it. He'd say, man, I'm going to get you. Now, man, we used to go back and forth, but that was my guy.
Damn, I don't. Hopefully that'll happen again one day, because it haven't happened in a long time. Derek Hawkins says, Ab Kelly will always say, bring your game, not your name. Gary and Richie Adams played above the rim.
Yeah, no question.
How can you get a shot off with you guys? That's almost impossible.
A lot of times people did. We used to set people up. I made my name at 14 off of blocking shots and rebounding. On that team, I wasn't scoring. I blocked almost everybody's shot. The only person shot in that Whitney M. Young tournament I didn't block was Cornbread. Cornbread go to the basket with his knee up like Dr. J. So it was hard. I didn't block, but I blocked almost everybody else's shot. I had to block it on the backboard and slide it down.
You know, it's so crazy, right? Because, when I was younger, I used to hear the name Cornbread so much. I thought everybody was talking about the movie. Like, it's like, what y'all talking about? Y'all talking about Cornbread Earl and me? It's like, nah, the dude from uptown. The dude from uptown, he's crazy. It's like, and then when I finally got to talk to him, I let him know, like, y'all, like y'all names, you're New York. If you was good in every borough, people knew who you were, and people was kind of, had to
I knew
look
who
out for you.
Cornbread was. I was a young dude coming in to play that year. I shouldn't have even been playing. It just happened the way I wanted it to. But I mean, I wasn't even planning on it, and it happened. And the reason I played with the LA All-Stars was because of Wendell Ramsey and Dave Britton.
Dave Britton.
And that story there being my book. And
No
I'm
doubt.
gonna tell you the name of the book. It's gonna be Courts, Corners, and Choices.
Wow.
Yeah, Courts, Corners, and Choices. So that'll be out.
That's crazy. Dave Brent, my big bro, right? So I called him earlier today to kind of tell him you was gonna be on the show. He probably listening right now. Always gotta call him. He don't pick up. He like, yo, tune into the show, man. Tune into the show. And then hang up. Yo, D.
I'm sorry, I forgot to call you back.
See, you so busy, you forget about your bro, man. You gotta look out for your little bro. Yo,
I'm sorry.
I need you to be on the show right now. I got your guy Gary Springer on, man.
Gary Springer?
Yes.
Okay, when y'all doing it?
We're doing it right now. Hello, that's why I always call you. You're the only person I will call in between my show, bro.
Okay.
All right.
So what I need to do?
Go on YouTube. You know how to do it.
I'll get it on the phone. Let me see how I can do it.
All right. Peace. All right. I gotta send it to him. Nah, that's my guy, man. Dave, he brought me down to Texas so I could do my podcast and cover the games, a big high school tournament that he does down there, and set me up good, man. Every time we come to New York, we hook up.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna send it to him right now, so you have it. Yeah, man. But what now? Was Stevenson like your rival school? Who was like your rival school?
Stevenson wasn't a rival school, but they were just tough, man. It was a bunch of guys that can really play, and they was just as talented as we were, in the city. And it's just that it was. I wish we'd have lost the first one and won the second.
Yeah, you want to win. You want to win those later games.
Yeah. But it's a story behind that game. I don't know. You said you had Sweet Pea and other playground legends. You see what you read what they said about that game, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No. About the Stevenson game?
Yeah.
No.
It's what Stan Denham, my coach, said about the game.
You want to share?
Well, he tried to say we hung out and partied all night at Richie Adams' birthday, which wasn't true. And I guess as a coach, he was trying to make up a story. That wasn't the case. I mean, I would never take that away from them. They beat us. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, we lose. We shouldn't have had it that close. But the refs did call 7 goaltends on Richie. And all them things weren't, all of them weren't goaltending. Now, some of them were, but they all weren't goaltending. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it goes sometimes when you're playing against teams like that.
Yeah, I heard about when Lloyd was playing at Jackson and they lost that game to Cardoza. Now the coach Niclario, he's the winningest coach in New York State history. Salute to Niclario. Like, I was around during those times, so the things that we heard about that game and what happened for that game to go down the way it did, and then those old rumors, we weren't there, we didn't play, we wasn't on the sidelines, and these are some of the things that we kind of, those basketball lores, right? Those stories that you hear. But that's cool that all these years you could, be honest and say, nah, they beat us. It happens.
No, they beat us.
Somebody got to win, somebody got to lose.
I mean, you can't say you lost. I ain't lose to no bums. You know what I'm saying? And we knew it was going to be a game. We knew it was going to be a tough game, without a doubt. you know, because the first one was a dogfight.
Right.
And we barely won that one. And we were the number one team in the country at the time. So that just tells you what kind of talent they had. You know, then you had the Brooklyn teams with all the talent. You had Alexander Hamilton with Beetle Washington and Jerry Ice Reynolds. You know what I'm saying? And those are my guys too. And those guys, man, we played them. Dogfight. That man Ice was to talk so much trash. And he was a young guy. He was a freshman talking trash. That's why I liked him. I liked him because he talked trash. And we talked it back. And we walked out with the dub.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tony Wright, what up, Tony? Tony said, what up, Gary and Pooh? Yeah, man, look. So I'm on YouTube. And mind you, I never saw Alexander Hamilton play. Coach Haskins, my mentor. And I go, yo, I finally found the game. It was Alexander Hamilton versus Ben Franklin. But it was the Ben Franklin from Philly. I was just like, it was a good game.
We played them my senior year, Ben Franklin from Philly with Alonzo McFarlane and the big boy. What's his name? Oh, my big light skinned 6'10".
Oh, he was a beast.
Yeah, Tony Costner.
Yes.
And we cracked them. And a guy made a comment on the Hall of Fame thing to my man, it was a 1 or 2 point game. No, it wasn't. We cracked them. We destroyed everybody in that tournament. And we won that tournament and beat them. And it was the Kingstown. It was that tournament in Pennsylvania, man. One of those, the big time tournament. Sonny Hill was out there. I mean, it was a big time tournament. Wilt Chamberlain, it was so old that Wilt Chamberlain was the MVP in that trophy. And that tournament's still going on. Wow. And I'm one of the MVPs on that wall right now.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
the Johnstown basketball high school tournament. Johnstown, PA.
Dave Brenton's on. He said, hey, I'm here listening to my little brother, G Spring. Let's go.
yeah. That's my dude.
Yeah. Nah, this is awesome, man. It's a good reunion. All right, so let's talk about that city championship game against Andrew Jackson. You guys won 53-48.
Who, me?
Yeah. Did y'all?
That's Kenny Hutchinson and them.
That's the second year.
No.
That's the second time.
Yeah.
Who did y'all play against?
It was Ed Pickney and them beat us, man. That's who beat us in the playoffs, man.
So it was two Bronx team? Oh, I thought that was a playoff team you was talking about.
Nah, that was a tournament playoff team. That was the game before the championship game.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like the two Bronx, not saying like two Bronx team can't be in the championship because that happens all the time.
That game was the game before the championship when Ed Pickney. That's why I said
and that's the year that Ed Pickney and them won it.
Absolutely.
Got you.
That's the only team that beat us as number one team in the country. We had lost no games.
Wow.
And we lost our last game to them. And we knew it was going to be a dogfight. You had to come and play at the game correct and perfect.
Yeah, Derek Hawkins says, was that the Hoyu tournament in PA?
No, it was the Kingstown tournament. The Kingstown tournament in PA.
Got you. Limber Johnson, Cheese Johnson. Yes, sir, my man Gary Springer. Cheese.
Oh, that's my brother.
Yeah. Man,
that's my big brother.
Wow.
I got big brothers too, man. They're still around.
Hey, man, it's good, man. It's good that first of all, it's a blessing that we all still here to have these conversations. They get to celebrate each other, right? Because this is your night, man. We're celebrating you and all of your greatness, man. And I'm being sincere when I say this. This is no fluff. This is being real, man. You guys were our heroes, the guys that we can kind of see and get to touch, because we only can see the pro guys on television, right? For us to come and watch you guys in the park or the neighborhood, or see you guys in the neighborhood, and you guys give us inspiration to do what we doing. Even though I'm from Brooklyn, I know some of the same guys who I looked up to was your peoples, right? The Beatles, the Jerry Rice Reynolds, and so on and so forth, right? So That's crazy how it's all
And,
connects.
it's no different with me. I looked up to Dave Britton. I looked up to Cheese Johnson. I looked up to Artie Green. I knew who all those guys. I looked up to these guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I love Kenny Smith. About maybe 10 years ago, I went to California to see my boy Fred Crawford Jr. So I was out there with Fred Crawford Jr. and his son was playing with Kenny Smith's son, and Kenny Smith was the coach. And so we went to the practice. Man, Kenny Smith stopped the practice when I walked in. Made all the parents and kids come to the center of the court.
Wow.
And told them that I was the one he looked up to.
Wow.
And then his brother was there. And his brother came and they started telling people about me. And that's what this is about, man.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, it's the younger guys that I give them the praise all day. My boy Rod Strickland, his brother, I give them all the love because they show that love. You know,
That's right.
That's what it's about.
And Kenny still does it on his show. You know, he gave Alvin Lott his flowers, and as soon as I was working on getting Alvin Lott on the show, he passes away, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah. Man, rest in peace, Alvin Lott, man. So many others. What was your recruiting process like? And who were the final schools that you was going to choose? Like you had to choose between, because everybody get like maybe 3 to 5 schools that they finalize before they go on and choose their school that they're going to go to.
Yeah, I had 5. It was Marquette, because Artie Green was there, LSU, Michigan State, UCLA. And I chose Iona because of Eggman, Kenny Williamson. He coached me at Riverside Church. Eggman is, he was the godfather. And that was my big brother. God bless it. God bless the dead.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Man, you are a rarity, man, because most McDonald's All-Americans choose the big-time universities, but you chose Iona, which makes you different than so many. You different than so many. You walk your own path and chose your own way, man.
But it's a huge story behind that, and that story will be in my book.
That's so good. It's so good. He just to let y'all know, he's gonna come back on once his book come out. We're gonna help him. We're gonna help him promote it.
It's a huge story. Well, I chose Iona.
Got you. Got you. Now, listen again, bro. When your book is finalized, about to come out, just hit me up, your pool. Let's do it. I need to go on this press run, and we're gonna help you promote it. All right.
Okay.
No doubt.
Gotcha.
Nah, that's real. Man. Now, how was your transition onto Iona campus? I know you've been to many colleges on a visit, but now you're here at Iona, not far from New York City. Did that make it a little bit comfortable for you?
I mean, I wouldn't have had a problem either way, locally or distance. One of the main reasons I'm glad I stayed home because I kind of grew up my freshman year, from a boy to probably a man because of my mentality. I used to watch coaches and, I used to watch people talk to these kids and grab and pull on them. I had that New York street mentality. You grab me and pull on me, I'm going to grab you back and pull on you, and I had to grow out of that. And that's why I'm glad I did it with Eggman and Pat Kennedy, which, they allowed me to grow. They allowed me to be myself a little bit. They checked me when they needed to, you know what I'm saying? And then being around professional people all the time, I got to grow and learn that, you can't behave a certain way because you got an attitude or you upset, so I probably would have made it anywhere, but, you can cuss me out if I'm messing up and do all that, but you can't put your hands on me and grab on me. That would have been an issue with me.
Yeah, couldn't play for Gil Reynolds back in the days.
No, you couldn't do that. Nah.
R.I.P. Gil Reynolds. Eric Wilcox wanted to know, did you play against Cardoza in the semifinals in 1978?
In 78, who was on that team? Because we might have. I think we played against Cardozo. Was that Richie Gordon?
Eric Wilcox, put it in the comments, man. Put it in the comments. You asked the question, put it in the comments. Just answered it for you. Yo, James Brown, Franklin was in Manhattan, not the Bronx.
Because I know that my junior year in the playoff, we lost to Richie Gordon. And he was the Ivy League going. He was the Ivy League, but that boy, man, was a bad boy.
Richie Gordon played for boys and girls, I think. Hold on. I think so.
My junior year, we lost to Richie Gordon.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. Think. Hold on. I'm trying to figure it out. Richie Gordon, All City, B Division.
It wasn't boys and girls. I know that.
Okay. Hold on. It's about to come out right now.
It might be.
Think so. I think
It might be.
Yeah. PSAL. I think Richie Gordon played for boys and girls. I'm not too sure. And he went to Columbia University?
Yep.
Yeah. Yo, actually, Derek. Derek, he said, I believe Cardozo played against Morris with Dave Crosby.
Big Dave. I played with him with the Gauchos.
Yes.
God bless the dead.
Yes.
God bless.
Greg Action Fraction, Winston Nicholas. He said
Greg Action Fraction. I remember that too. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was in the finals. Yeah. Yeah. Said who's this? Joe McKenzie said, Gary, did you ever play in the Governor's Cup at Roberto Clemente State Park in the Bronx?
Yeah, that picture on the poster was me. The one with the people, the one with the people dunking backwards with his legs and knees up in the air. They made that out of a picture of me.
Wow.
Yeah, and I actually tapped it off the backboard, dunked it backwards, and that was against Pete Aguilar and them.
That's crazy.
That's another bad boy, Pete Aguilar.
That's crazy. Off the backboard. Tapped it off the. You bet. You don't see that no more. Like everybody want to throw it off the floor. Nobody gets creative without throwing the ball off the floor. You guys are doing everything with the ball in your hand.
Yeah, we played at City College. We played at City College in high school a couple of times. Yeah, in that tournament.
Now, you said you knew Steve Burke.
No,
childhood friend, right? Right? We talked about that, right?
Yeah.
And Troy Truesdale. What about Troy Truesdale? When did you meet Troy Truesdale?
I met Troy Truesdale at Iona. That was Cornbread's brother. You know,
that's right.
I didn't know that was Cornbread's brother because me and Cornbread used to hang, and I didn't know he had a younger brother. And then he showed up, and that was his younger brother. Because I knew Cornbread, I knew Chuck from AJ Lester married his sister, Ann.
All right, so explain to the people who have no clue what you're talking about AJ Lester because they thinking AJ Lester is a basketball player. So explain who AJ Lester was and how important he was to the culture of New York City.
Yeah, AJ Lester is how everybody dressed. The guys who knew what they were doing, everybody went to AJ Lester. I used to play for Jack, and we used to go to AJ Lester's after games or before games, and everybody that's on the team gets clothes and go shopping because after the game we going out to hang out. But everybody goes to AJ Lester. And if you know anything about Champagne Cologne, that's where you get it from.
Talk that talk, legend.
Yeah, you can get shoes, you can get suits, you can get coats, leather, whatever you want to wear, minks. They had it all.
And there was it in all 5 boroughs. Tell them where it was. Where was that?
125th on 8th Avenue in Harlem.
That's right.
Right off the corner. There's one right near the corner, almost on the corner.
See, that's why, look, Harlem was so different than any other place in the world, right? Because a small neighborhood that created so much culture. Dapper Dan, when the rappers came, people had to go to Harlem to get fly, right? We always known as the flyest neighborhood in New York. That's just and still to this day, right?
Man,
Harlem.
Dap looked out for me. I've got coached some Dap. I got all when I was in college. Dap looked out for us, did a whole lot for us. Dap was always that guy, man. Great dude.
A salute
Still
to
is.
Harlem.
Oh yeah.
Man, during 1 week in your freshman season, you recorded a total of 58 points, 23 rebounds, and made 2 game-winning shots. Your first shot was a buzzer beater to defeat Wagner 82-80, followed by a 20-foot shot with 6 seconds remaining to defeat Holy Cross 57-46. And Sports Illustrated named you National Player of the Week.
Oh yeah.
Sports Illustrated, fam? Using Sports Illustrated?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean.
He's just saying it like it's so nonchalant. Like, yeah, I was in Sports Illustrated.
No, but that's what it was at the time. In my freshman year, if they had one and done, I'd have been one and done. But I got hurt that summer, and I hurt my leg, and I wanted to play so bad in the National Sports Festival. They call it the USA Today. That's what it is in Denver, Colorado. But we did it up in Syracuse, and it's leading up for the Olympics. And I broke my ankle. Me and Steve was in the gym playing one-on-one, and I broke my ankle full court on one of those rubber courts. And I wanted to play so bad, I took the cast off and went and played. And by doing that, I favored one leg over the other, and I caused myself to get tendonitis real bad, and it kind of messed my career up from that point on. I still played, and that's what I was talking to you earlier before we came on about supervision. I didn't have that supervision. Everything with basketball I did on my own. Even though I had a pops, I didn't turn to my pops and say, "Yo, Dad, should I play or should I not play?" And I let them coaches talk me into playing. You know what I'm saying? And they needed me, and I was even with one leg, guys couldn't take my spot. Guys couldn't stop me because I used my brain. I could think. I understood the game, and I should have sat out that year, and I didn't. And I played 3 years, hurt. Half time of games, I'm riding bikes to keep my knees warmed up because I love the game that much. And that kind of hurt my career. People that take advantage of you. That's why I made sure nobody was able to do that with my son or none of my sons when they play.
Because the strength of anybody's game, no matter who you are, comes from your legs. And you don't have your legs.
Oh, yeah, that's your legs. And I use my legs when I play.
Yeah. Wow. Derek Hawkins said, "Wow, I know a brother who still wears champagne cologne."
Oh yeah, there's a few guys that still do. I know guys that do it too.
Wow. Now, hold on, before I even get to this, where would I get champagne cologne these days? Could I buy it at the same place they sell all other colognes?
Probably online.
And was this a fragrance that became popular, that Harlem made popular back in the days?
Man, AJ Lester made it popular. Everybody.
Wow.
Without a doubt.
And it's my first time hearing about it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Not champagne cologne. If you know anything about AJ, know anything about AJ Lester.
Oh, Slick Rick. Did Slick Rick mention it? Oh no, he said Polo Cologne. He said champagne. Okay, I got you. He said, Joe McKenzie said, always hear about you as a young dude. My AAU coach at Roberto Clemente State Park always mentioned you. The legendary coach Terrence was my junior high school coach and AAU coach in 1984, 1986.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No question.
Said Gary was only one I've ever seen throw it down from the foul line. So you had the 1 foot and the vertical?
I did the free throw line with 2 feet.
Hold on, time out. Time out. Time out. What?
No exaggeration, 2 feet. If I'm on a fast break, I don't slow down. I put one foot out like I'm taking off of one, and I just put the other one next to it, and I take off. And my body be actually on an angle. I'll be in the air like this and curve my back up. Oh, I got a picture on my wall from Street and Smith. I took off from the free throw line on Louisville.
Okay.
And I dunked on Jerry Eves. And Jerry Eves is under the picture like this.
If you
And I did that
take a
against
picture of
Louisville.
that, send me that, man. Hold on for a sec. Time out. Hold on. All my basketball heads out there right now, first of all, if this is your first time on the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like, and hit that notification bell so you get, all the notifications for upcoming shows. But I know y'all saw me sitting back being quiet. If you're a true basketball head, somebody who really played basketball, y'all already know how difficult that is. Dr. J, 1 foot. Michael Jordan, 1 foot. Connie Hawkins, 1 foot. Name me, put it in the comments right now if you know anybody that could jump from the foul line and dunk it off the vert. Please.
No, it's not what you call the vert. You got to remember, I'm going full speed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm put two people together and I just take off.
But that's a vertical jump.
If that's what you want to call it.
If you jumping off 2 feet, it's not like, I get what you're saying. It's not straight off a jump. But
yeah.
2 feet is crazy.
But the thing is, everybody that know me for my dunks and all that, I could almost do that same dunk backwards. I used to do it backwards. I'll take off outside the lane and dunk on you backwards. Those were my signature dunks.
Yeah, but gee, hold on, fam. You talking about this like it's normal. This is not normal. But I've been around. I've seen tons of basketball throughout my life, and still to this day, I don't see nobody doing that. That's crazy. Yeah, and I'm not being facetious. I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Oh, he said Tony Red Bruin. Tony Red Bruin.
That's my guy.
Monte Cristi.
Now that's a high. That's what I said. Tony Red and Glenn McMillan, two crazy ball players, but they were young. But see, they weren't players like that. The reason they kept me because I was 6'7" at 14. You know what I'm saying? And I jumped. My straight up jump to block shots was awesome. So I was a shot block. I wasn't a scorer. And then you had Artie Green, Alvin Alexander, Phil Kidd, and all the guys I named on that team that was there before. So they only picked up 1 or 2 guys.
Gotcha.
But they all came out for the LA All-Stars also. And they were talented enough to make it.
Mm.
Red Bruin, man, he was not vertical. He had one of the craziest.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. That game against Louisville. Was y'all at Louisville?
Yeah, we was at Louisville. I had 28 on them. They had Rodney McCray, Scooter McCray. They had Wally, the dude Wally with that played with one thumb missing.
Yes.
Yeah, they had him. All them guys played.
Wow. And like junior, senior year, how much do you remember how much you averaged your senior year?
In college?
Yes.
I probably averaged about 15 something, on one leg.
Did anybody know you was hurt besides you and?
Nah, most of the people that knew me, everybody that knew, they knew I was hurt. They knew I was playing. I had bandages and all kind of stuff around my leg. If you come to a game at halftime, I'm sitting on the side while everybody else on the bench, I'm riding the bike. Because if I sit still, I won't be able to go back out to play. So the tendonitis was so bad. They don't have the treatments they have now. Yeah. But the tendonitis was so bad that once I stopped, it there's no way I could go back out there and play.
So that's why you had to keep riding the bike. You had to keep riding the bike.
Keep riding the bike, pedaling to keep keep the movement from keeping the knee from stiffening up.
Got you. Wow. This is crazy, man. So even you playing not even a quarter of yourself, you still get drafted.
Yeah.
And what was that process like? Did they bring you through a workout? You had to do a physical?
You go to training camp. You go to training camp, that training camp. You had Sedell Treat, Charles Barkley. It was a bunch of guys, man. You had at least 30 guys in training camp. You're working your way, but
And that was the league with the league. The league with the league, the different time.
Yeah.
Man, that is crazy.
Oh yeah.
He said, "You're right, Cox. I still have the footprint Tony Redborn left to my chest. He took off just inside the foul line." Oh, okay. So that's definitely true. Because I never saw that before. That's crazy.
If you want to see it, Google what's his name? Cole Anthony. Google Cole Anthony actually did it. I seen him do it.
Really?
In the gym. Yeah, it's online. It's just speed and velocity.
Right.
You just take a Cole Anthony actually did it. That's the only other person I ever see do it.
Oh, okay.
You can Google him jumping from the free throw. You'll see he'll go full speed, won't slow up, and just take off.
Right.
It's all about momentum. It's a technique to me. It was a technique.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You seen it?
Yes. And the way he was leaning. Yes.
But he was nowhere near as high as I was.
Wow. You're on point, bro. You know your stuff for sure. Can't even doubt that. That. All right. So now that doesn't work out because you can't be your full self. No way you can be your full self.
No.
Then you playing this.
But I used my head. I was using the way I was able to think the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
And then you played 1 year in the CBA, and that was it. Like you didn't go overseas. That was it.
I had surgery, tore my knee up, so I tore my patella tendon all the way across. That's where the tendonitis was the whole time. And then I tore that, and I had surgery. They put me in a full cast, and there's no coming back from that.
Wow.
Back then, there was no coming back from it.
Right, because now guys, they get Achilles rupture their Achilles. Back then, your career was over. Now these guys come back the next year.
Man, 5 years ago, I tore my other patella tendon. I was in the cast. I was in the brace, exercising 2 days afterwards.
Wow.
So that's the difference. But they put me in a
Right.
full body cast
Right.
from ankle to thigh, and atrophy set in, and I lost all my muscle mass.
Wow.
So it's a big difference. Technology.
Definitely. So, but what happens is now God bless you with 3 sons, right?
4 sons.
4 sons.
Yeah. 6'9",
Gotcha.
6'8", 6'7", 6'5".
Woo! So let's go through it because I know about the 3, right? We got Jordan, who played at Army, right?
West Point, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, West Point. Jaden at Tennessee, right? And then you had another one that played at Iona, Gary
Gary
Springer,
Jr.
Gary Jr. Yeah.
And then my youngest one, he played a little bit in high school, but he don't play balls. He's 6'8".
Got you.
Yeah, Gary Jr. the tallest.
Woo! I was like, man, your career was cut short, but here's some more to develop. There
It's
you
all
go.
good, God
That's
had
dope.
a plan. God had a plan for me.
That's right.
He knew my story the whole time.
Yeah. And then your nephew,
DeAndre.
DeAndre. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's
Him
in
and
the
Jaden
league to
went,
the day.
him and Jaden went to the same high school here in Charlotte, Rocky River.
Wow.
And then they both transferred. He transferred to the same school that Kyrie Irving went to in Jersey.
Yeah.
And then my son went to IMG. Jaden went to IMG. They both played 2 years at Rocky River High School in Charlotte.
Then went to the
And then-
Pachter School in Jersey.
Yeah, DeAndre went to the St. Pat School.
Yeah.
And then Jaden went to IMG.
Yeah. My guy Brian Nash is the basketball director down there to this day, who's actually Pete Knight's younger brother from third base, who actually played at Bishop Ford High School. So the New York connection is still right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Says Eric Kennedy. What up, E? Say Gary Springer, Richie Adams, Kenny Hutchinson, Walter Berry, Eric Singletary.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about.
I didn't play high school ball with Walter and Eric.
Right. They were
They
after you.
came after me, yeah.
Yes.
So Walt was there when I was there. Don't get me wrong. Walt was there when I was there. So we used to play.
Right.
And then I'll talk about, but me and Walt played in the money game against each other. Oh, yeah. We played the money game against each other. When we was in high school. We were in high school when we did this.
Is this something that's going to be in the book, or something that you can share right now?
No, it's going to be in the book.
Okay. Because I need to. Hey, we come back.
I mean, the thing is, Walt will tell it. Walt could tell it. I mean, I'll tell it. It was. It's not major because it was me and Troy Truesdale playing against Walt, and I can't remember who the big guy was. I was guarding the big dude, and it was a close game. But Walt was murdering Troy, so I had to switch and guard Walt. You know, I was physical. So I was physical with Walt. You know what I'm saying? And I know how to play Walt because Walt can score on anybody.
Yep.
But you got to get on his left hand early.
Can't let him turn.
You can't let him turn and get it up. And see, that's what I use. Because if I didn't get to Walt, it's nothing I would have been able to do.
Right.
You follow me? So I would, and see, I think Walt understood it. Walt, he knew how I was playing him different than most people played him. Because I would stay on that left. Because you let him get that ball anywhere above his shoulder without putting pressure on it, you got a problem.
It's a wrap.
Big time problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. And Walt, we came to school the next day. He was like, "Yeah, man, I had 39 on y'all." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I had 42 on y'all." So we
won? Who won?
We won.
We
laugh about that.
You never lost too many money games.
No. I ain't, like 2-on-2. That was the only money game I played for 2-on-2. I ain't never played another. That was the only one. But 1-on-1, I ain't never lost a money game to nobody.
Oh, so that was a 2-on-2.
Yeah, 2-on-2, except him, Hilton Graham. Me and Hilton played in the park. It was only for that's my first time I played with money. It was only like maybe $20. But that game, nobody won. It was a draw because he wouldn't let me score and I wouldn't let him score.
Oh, physical. I know about that right there.
Yeah, but you know, you could be physical, and I could still beat you. That game taught me how to score on everybody. They could foul me all day long for a money game, and they'll never stop me. But I had a little trick. Now that's in the book.
Well, listen, when you come back, we're gonna get into all that, man. Eric Wilcox wanted to know, did you play with Billy Reiser?
No, Billy Reiser was there when I got there my junior year. Like I told you earlier, I went in the gym and Stan Dinner asked me to go against them guys. And I went in the gym and I dominated them. And that's how come I transferred to Franklin. But he was a good friend. Bo McNeely, Mookie Valentine, Frank and Raymond, the twins. That was the starting five for Franklin. But no, I played against them in practice and pickup all the time my junior year. We all stayed in the gym and played ball together. But I never played with them that year. I just transferred in.
I want to go back a little bit before we get to the top five. Who is Mike Ice?
Mike Ice is a big man at Iona my freshman year. Big center, strong.
Yeah, I got another article here that I want to get to. Steve Birch, 17 points. Gary Springer, Mike Ice, 16 points. Led the balanced attack against Northeastern, 80-71. Now, what's the name what's the name on that? No, we played for Boston University. Kyrie Pop played for Boston University back then, not Northeastern. Yes. And then it says Iona Stork favorite St. Peter's tied the score at the buzzer and went on to win 66-61 in the victory overtime in the Metro Atlantic Conference tournament. Who hit that game-winning shot to take it into?
Man, you gotta pull the stats up for that, because I could tell you. I couldn't tell you. There's no way I could tell you back then.
Got you. It's a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff we pulled up. A lot of stuff we pulled up. Now, last question before we get to the top five. If you had one thing to change. Oh, hold on. Before we even get to that, tell everybody about your AAU program and the things that you got going on right now. Like because I forgot we talked about that off air.
Yeah, I'm partners with a guy named Bobby Mays out of D.C. that played at Tennessee, went to the Final Four. He's about 38, 39, my son's age, but he had an AAU program, and we got it onto the Under Armour circuit together. We got the Under Armour contract, and it's his name, Bobby Mays, B Mays Elite. But we out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and we one of the top Under Armour programs in the country. And we probably got 100 and some kids, D1 scholarships. We got kids that go to every school, Tennessee, Georgia, SMU. We got even the kid in Arizona, the point guard, Jaden Bradley, played with us. My son played with us. The kid at Duke, Isaiah Evans, played with us. We got kids all over the country and D1 programs. We got kids at Memphis, and you can name them. We got kids there.
Man, that's dope, man. And that's the stuff, we definitely want to talk about, right? That give back, that life after the game. And you mentor a whole bunch of kids as well, doing that, man. So that's dope. He said, I forgot about I had him. I had Kevin Hamilton Sr. on here, right?
Oh, Kevin Ham. He was there the year before me.
Yep. I had him on here.
I saw him a couple months ago at Iona.
Yeah, I just saw him last week. His son coaches at Eagle Academy, one of the top programs here in New York City. Eagle Academy in Brooklyn, because they have a few of them here in New York City in all the boroughs. Said, did Kevin Hamilton Sr., Jeff Rulin, Glenn Vickers come back to play pickup ball against you guys?
Oh, yeah. You'd have good games. You had good run. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jeff, my guy to this day. I talk to him all the time. Maybe once a month, I probably talk to Jeff Rulin.
Yeah, we definitely want to get Jeff on the show, man, and definitely talk about his career and the things that he got going on. Rest in peace, Glenn Vickers. I met his son, and I also had I had an author on here who actually, this is the book right here. Right here, and Glenn Vickers, it was part of this championship team out in Babylon High School in Long Island, and
Gotcha.
Glenn Vickers is a big part of that book. So salute to the whole Vickers family. All right,
Cool.
Now here's the last question: if you could change one thing about your career, what would it be and why?
Well, I would change my first 2 years in high school. I would change because, I probably would have been a better player all the way around, and I probably would have achieved more. I didn't allow any of my kids to do the things that I've done in school, so I would rather go back and live the way I tried to show my kids how to live.
No doubt. Respect.
You know?
Respect. Nah, that's real. And you did a great job, brother. Just want to say that, man. You did a great job. I saw a video, wish I could play it on here on YouTube, about the family lineage and and you know, all the things that your sons and then your nephew was able to do in sports, man. So salute to the whole Springer family, and great job to you, brother.
Appreciate it.
No doubt. All right, you ready to have some fun now? This is the hardest part of the show. It's the top 5, right? You only can name 5 players, can't bring nobody off the bench. All right?
Okay.
All right, cool. So you ready?
I'm ready.
I bet.
Top 5. Top 5.
All right, legend. The top 5 players you played with.
Top 5.
You play with a lot of dogs, man. This is going to be very hard. Oh, you can make it easy. It depends.
Well, top 5, I'm gonna say. I mean, it's so many, man. It's good Lord. I'm definitely gonna put Artie Green on there.
That's one.
That was I really looked up to him. Ooh, Jesus! I'm gonna put Richie Adams on there. I'm gonna make this simple for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it real simple for me. I'm gonna put Artie, Richie, Lonnie Green, me.
No, you can't. I forgot to mention that.
I'm gonna put my Franklin boys, Kenny Hutch.
Okay, and who else? You got one more.
Walter Berry.
Got you.
I make it easier, and that way nobody could be mad at me for nothing.
Yo, but it's so crazy that you play with all these great players. That's the only way out. Most guys be like, yo, Pooh, come on, man, you got me stuck. Can't go wrong with that.
I went Artie Green, then straight Franklin.
No doubt. No doubt. All right. Top 5 players you played against.
Oh, that's probably easier. Antoine Carr, Cliff Livingston. You talking about New York or just period?
Nah, anywhere.
Antoine Carr, Cliff Livingston. Ooh, man. Michael Jordan. Brad Daugherty. Well, Michael Jordan, Brad Daugherty. Who else? Charles Barkley.
Man.
And that's at the Philly camp.
That's crazy right there. Shane the Dribble Machine want to know what's up with his man Wendell from Iona.
Wendell?
Yes.
Oh, you talking about Wendell Walters?
Yes.
I mean, I guess he's good. You know, he had a situation, but I guess he's good now.
Okay, bet.
I guess everybody know about that situation.
Right. Well, we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
Talk about nobody's situation. Got you.
Yeah.
Says Artie Green was featured on the Street and Smith 1976, 1977 magazine without a photo. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
But I got to add one of them. I mean, I know y'all say put somebody on bench. I got to put Steve Bird on there, man. There's no way I could leave Steve Bird off.
You got so which one is that? Who you played with?
Yes, I forgot.
Who you taking off? Who you taking off?
Man, I ain't taking nobody. I'm putting Steve Bird on there with my crew. Steve Bird go on there with no question about it. Nah, Steve Bird go on there.
He breaking the rules, y'all.
Because I was thinking you was talking about high school.
No,
I thought you were talking about high school. Then you said everybody. So I played with Steve. Steve go on that list. Period. Point blank. Steve going on that list. I can't take it. Steve going on that list.
Oh man.
Period.
Somebody must have just text you. You was like, "Oh shit."
Anybody text me because I thought about when I asked you about anybody when you said who I played against.
Right.
So when you said anybody who I played against, I said anybody. Okay, let me put Steve in that. So I'm putting Steve in that. Steve definitely in that. Who I played with. Ain't no question about it. All day is in that. So y'all take who y'all want to take on.
Yeah, y'all pick the 5, man. Y'all pick the 5.
Go Steve
Yo,
on it. So if somebody else got to come on, somebody else come on. But Steve ain't coming on.
got you.
Steve and Artie Green ain't coming on.
Got
And
you.
Lonnie.
Got you.
Yeah.
So,
without Lonnie, we don't win that. We don't become the #1 team in the country.
what's Lonnie up to these days?
I mean, he got his own company that he constructs. He got dump trucks and stuff doing stuff like that. He got his own business.
No doubt.
He down here in the South. He down here and here in North Carolina. This is where his family's from.
If he ever want to come on the show, man, because you know how prominent he was to your career and what he was doing at you know, Benjamin Franklin. That's dope. Definitely need to get highlighted. James Brown said Tony Hargrave said he shut Michael Jordan down.
Never. Oh, you know what? I can't say that. No. I was thinking about Marquette. No, yeah, we shut him down. Sam Perkins. We would have won that game if it wasn't for Brad Daugherty. We had nobody his size to stop him, and he scored 11 points over his average. And I think we lost by about 8 or 6.
Serious?
Yeah.
I think Tony Hargrave talked about that on the show too.
Yeah, no. They didn't score on us. They didn't score on us. We wasn't letting them get off. Matt Doherty ain't do nothing. Now, my boy, Kenny Smith. But he'll tell you because we talked about this. Man, he said this. He said, man, I had to try. If you're gonna dunk, you got to dunk on the best.
Right.
He tried to dunk on me in the Garden.
Wow.
Yes. But I fouled him. You know that, right?
Oh, you wasn't getting that. 1983. 1983.
I caught the ball, but I knew I was going to foul him. In order for me to block it, I had to foul him.
Right.
And I walked, when he was on the ground, I was like, man, why would you do that? I said that to Kenny. So Kenny said, when me and him talked, he said, man, if you want to dunk on somebody, you got to dunk on the person who dunks the best. And that's what he told me.
Wow.
So we talked about it. Man, we talked about that thing a few times. I talked to him. We talked this summer when he was in Charlotte here with his son at one of these basketball camps, national basketball camps.
Yeah, I'm still working on him and Mark coming on the show. That would be dope. Definitely on my list. What about, he said Lou Los. Who's that? I don't know. Lou Los says Eastward. I don't know who that is either.
Me neither.
Before we get you out of here, so I saw Gary slam dunk contest in Harlem. Okay, cool. All right. Last five. Top 5 players in New York City history, according to Gary Springer. Top 5 players in New York City history.
Joe Hammett, Pee Wee Kirkland. You said New York City?
Yeah. They could be in the New York area.
No, New York. Nate Archibald.
Yeah.
Herman Helicopter.
Whew.
Earl Manigault.
All Harlem guys. Well, Nate Tiny from the Bronx, but he's from Harlem, but he moved to the Bronx.
Yeah.
And those of you who want to see my Nate Tiny Archibald interview, please check on the channel. I put up a clip of him last night, but I got a full interview on here with him as well during the Bronx Basketball Hall of Fame. But, yo, let me tell you, man, we're going to get you out of here right now. Yo, it's been a pleasure, bro. Like, it's been so many moments in here that you kind of blew my mind, like, with the information and finding out things, especially with that dunk. I'm going to be telling everybody about this damn dunk. It's crazy. Like, and just have you ever seen, because those are things I get around ball players, have you ever seen somebody do that? Just to find out. But, man, it's a pleasure, man, and I just want to say thank you for all your service and all the joy you brought us here in New York, right? People still talk about you to this day for the memories that you gave them on the basketball court, being there, cheering you on, and wanting to see you do well, man. And you never let us down, man. So I want to say salute, legend. Thank you. Thank you for everything. It means a
No
lot.
problem. Appreciate it. My pleasure.
No doubt. No doubt. And when you get your book, please come back, bro.
I'll do that.
We need to find these stories that's inside these stories that's behind those stories. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you'll see them. There's a lot of them.
No doubt. No doubt. And look, and tell your guys, Steve Burke and all those guys, come on, man. Come on the show, man. Let's, if they want to do a day in New York, we could do an in-person and have some fun, man. Just want to definitely celebrate those guys, all right?
All right, no problem.
No doubt. Appreciate you.
All right.
No doubt. Man, oh man. Y'all talking about fun? Like, y'all have no idea how much I enjoy these shows, man. Just to hear these legends and greats talk about their basketball experiences and also give these messages to these young guys, because on the same channel, you got some of the best players in New York City high school basketball playing right now. So as they going on to watch their games, they're bumping to these interviews and watch these interviews about people that came before them and actually learn the history orally through these guys' own mouths and get the information that will help benefit them in the future, right? Because you don't know what other kids is going through. So if you already went through it, it's only going to help the next generation benefit from that. And what he was able to do in such a hard time in New York City, difficult time, and being able to persevere and become a rose, that grew in concrete and become one of the proud possessions in New York City history is amazing. And knowing that, his basketball was cut short of injuries, but he didn't let that stop him from mentoring others and then, doing that for his sons and his family that came after him. So we want to salute the one and only New York City legend, Gary Springer, for coming on the show. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody who came on the show. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate you, legend. Listen, man, for those of you, appreciate you, Tone. For those of you, please share this content. Let everybody know Gary Springer was on tonight, baby. They need to check out the story, man. And I know you probably heard him on other platform, but listen, I know they hear some of the stuff that was said tonight, man. So share this content. Let's get it out there. And let everybody know, man, Gary Springer was in the building. You heard? We're about to get out of here. Thank you. I appreciate you, E. Kennedy. So I really appreciate what your show brings to the table, interviewing these legends and then doing your current high school show. Appreciate you, man. That's what we do. Basketball Heads, baby, is the company. Y'all know what it is. We celebrate our legends and our greats. In High School Basketball Weekly, check us out every Friday. We won't be on Friday. We'll be on Sunday. I'll be out at St. Francis High School versus Holy Cross. I'll be there with the legendary New York City legend Derek Chivas and crew. We'll be in there watching the game together. Salute to my guy D. Chivas. He's definitely in the city. We'll be at the St. Francis Holy Cross game. Pull up. All right? Let's keep making it strong, baby. Keep New York alive. New York City basketball, we the Mecca. Y'all know what it is. The official home for New York City basketball. I'm Glenn Pooh Harding. Peace.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Happy up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.